From Frawley Stadium in Wilmington, Delaware, it's high school baseball here on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports. Judy Johnson Field for the Smyrna Eagles with a record of 3-6. Head coach Vincent Clemens, they are the home team, visiting Caravel Buccaneers with a record of 5-2-1. That's right, there's a little tie there. They went 11 innings the other day with Middletown. They suspended play. They will resume that game later on in the season. Head coach is Kristen Caldwell. And we're just about ready to go. Let's set things up here for you. The Smyrna Eagles, Nate Donahue will be the starting pitcher. Behind the plate is James Tassoni. Chase Pritchett at first base. Dylan Oakley at second. Trevor Ridgway at short. Hunter Strauss over at third base. Around the outfield, football quarterback Jake Tiberi out in left field. Nolan Oakley in center. And the freshman Liam Conway out in right field. Batting order for the Caravel Buccaneers. Starting off, shortstop, Zane Bone. Batting second at second base, Aiden Austin. The left fielder, Tim Tyler, hits third. Orvie Potts, the first baseman, is in the cleanup spot. Designated hitter, Miles Raymond, bats fifth. Batting sixth, the pitcher, Truman Owerta, getting his first start of the season. Then the catcher, Miguel Herb. Jack Bujanowski in right field bats eighth, and batting ninth, the third baseman, Matt Rice. Let me bring in my broadcast partner, Mike Lang. And Mike, you had a thriller Tuesday night, a walk-off game. We're hoping for a good competitive game tonight, although I'm sure Caravel is a favorite in this one.
You would think so with the 5-2 run record. The one thing that they do have is plenty of pitching. Truman Owerta, you mentioned, we were talking before the game, getting his first start of the season tonight. They use Orvie Potts coming out of relief a lot. Tim Tyler's their main arm, but we're going to see Owerta. If you know that name from football, you know he's got himself an arm. Although he did a lot of handing off to the Millers, but he also threw the ball quite a bit, state champs. And so we'll see how Owerta does in the starting role tonight. Lights are on, Glenn.
Yeah.
They'll be taking effect soon.
Coach Caldwell was up here in the press box earlier just before you and Jason showed up, and she was telling me that Owerta is an awesome athlete, as we know from football, but she said she watched him. Of course, she was assistant coach when he was a sophomore. And she said he had a really good arm for baseball. But then something happened in the elbow area that did not affect his arm in football. But it did last year in baseball. He really didn't pitch that much. But here he is getting his first start of the season today. She said he's very nervous, very excited. We'll see how amped up he is in the bottom of the first.
But, it's a great chance for these guys. And Caravel has a beautiful field with lights. So they play their games at night. They're used to playing at night. We're playing here is something a little different for a team like Smyrna the other night with Cesar Rodney and Sussex Tech. Those are two teams drove over an hour. Sussex Tech, an hour and a half to get here to play a game. They won, so I'm sure they felt a little bit better.
Yeah.
But
made the ride home a little easier.
Yeah, but that's a long ride for teams that come up here, but they want to play here. Woodbridge is here earlier against Polytech. So it's something special to get up here and play in a professional ballpark, and we'll see how. And sometimes the kids they got jitters. We come up here and broadcast. Sometimes it's a little different for us than sitting outside a first base fence somewhere doing a game. So we did have Caravel and Salesianum earlier this season on a beautiful 45-degree rainy Saturday. Jay, that was a great day at Caravel that day. 3-1 Caravel win.
Jason Lunchell is our producer, and that's who Mike was referring to. And then on camera is Nick Halliday.
So we're ready to get started. Smyrna in the home black.
Yeah.
They are the home team, but they're wearing black. Caravel's in their normal home uniforms.
So Donahue will be delivering to Zane Bone, the shortstop.
Then you mentioned Owerta. Caravel, with the size of that school, almost all of these kids play another sport. So you're going to hear some names that you may know from other sports. Bone, a basketball player.
Yeah.
Miguel Herb plays soccer. So there's a lot of overlap here.
First pitch was down low for a ball. Zane is going to be headed to Frostburg State after he graduates, and he leads the team with a .435 batting average. There's a high chopper to second. Fielded and thrown out at first base. Good place over there by Dylan Oakley.
The old Baltimore chop. He left his feet to get that one, but plenty of time to throw Bone out at first. That ball was up there. Glenn, I wanted to mention I was at Archman earlier today watching lacrosse, and Drew Duncan, speaking of multi-sport athletes, fired a shot off of the helmet of the charter kid, and it went higher than that chop.
Oh, man.
That ball might still be coming down.
I
felt bad for the kid. I thought he had concussion.
Here's the second baseman, Aiden Austin. He takes low and outside, ball one.
Win for the Hawks, by the way, now control the Diamond State athletic conference for men's lacrosse. We bring you a little bit of everything here.
Yeah. Well, that's what we do here at 302
That's
Sports.
correct.
Second pitch, and that misses low. 2-0 count to Alston.
You and Shannon had some good softball the other day, and it's good to have Shannon back. And you got finally we're getting around where we can, to get some softball in, some baseball.
The weather's been horrible early on.
Yeah, it's supposed to get hot this weekend, so maybe.
There's a fly ball.
Oh, I lost it, but
the center fielder barely made a move, and Nolan Oakley corrals it for the second out of the inning. That brings up Tim Tyler, the left fielder.
You young fellas can see those fly balls, but
young fellas?
Yeah.
I think I got you all beat.
I'm blaming the sty here in my right eye. I just lost that one into the twilight.
Well, it's a tough sky, too.
It is. And then, the players have to deal with this, but that's something that they've been playing baseball their whole lives. They're used to it.
Now, Tim Tyler is committed to go to James Madison University, and he's batting .478. So, actually, he is leading the team in batting, and Zane Bone is second on the team.
JMU, member of the Sun Belt Conference?
I think that's where they went to when they left the CAA.
Hard to keep track.
Oh, yeah, the way teams move around now.
Teams enter the transfer portal as much as players.
Yeah. That curveball misses, so a 2-0 count to Tyler. Tyler will be followed by Orvie Potts, the first baseman, if he can get on base. Nate Donahue, long stare down to the catcher. Now he's ready for the delivery. Swung on, another chopper on the right side, and the first baseman
a nice recovery.
Pitches it over to the pitcher and just got him in time. Nice play, good concentration, and a 1-2-3 top of the first, sir.
Yeah, good job by Chase Pritchett to stay with that one, Glenn, and not give up on it. Tim Tyler moves pretty well for a big guy and got down that line well, but they were able to get the third out. 1-2-3 inning. You got to be happy at that if you're the Eagles.
Yeah, Nate Donahue doing a good job hustling over there to cover the bag. After the first baseman, Chase Pritchett, bobbled it just a little bit. So, yeah, 1-2-3 inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. And we'll move along to the bottom of the first in just a moment. Caravel Buccaneers take the field here. Smyrna batting in their half of the first inning. Let's set up the defense for the Caravel Buccaneers. Truman Awerta on the mound, getting his first start of the year. Behind the dish is Miguel Herb. Orvie Potts at first. Aiden Alston mans second base. Zane Bone at short, and Matt Rice at third base. Around the outfield, Tim Tyler in left, Gavin Evans in center, and Jack Bujanowski in right field. Leading off for Smyrna will be the second baseman, Dylan Oakley. He'll be followed by the catcher, James Tassoni, and then the first baseman, Chase Pritchett. It's 1, 2, and 3. And interesting that, we have Caravel and Smyrna baseball here today, Mike, but both starting quarterbacks for the Eagles and for the Buccaneers from last fall are in the lineup today, and they're playing.
Yeah, when you and I were in high school, a couple of years ago, Glenn, that wasn't as unusual, but now, guys specializing in sports, especially the school Smyrna size, where they have a very large school. It's a little more unusual to see that, but there's always guys that no matter what school you go to, you're going to find a multi-sport guy, and there's a lot. The spring sports season is the biggest, believe it or not, of all of the seasons. So there's a lot to choose from. If you're a boy and you're playing, I know at St. Mark's. The volleyball team, Taj Johnson plays volleyball for the football player. So you see a little bit of everything.
Okay, we're ready to go to start the bottom half of the first inning. Dylan Oakley settles into the box. And Truman Awerta getting his first start of the year. Let's see how amped up he is in this first inning. Down low and outside for a ball. Caravel Academy comes in ranked number 10 in our most recent baseball rankings. That pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, a ball and a strike to Dylan Oakley.
Word not wasting much time. He's getting that ball back, setting up on the right, on the right side of the rubber, and working that outside corner.
That one just missed, Mike, so a 2-1 count. Caravel, we mentioned they had that 11-inning game, tie game with Middletown earlier this week. They're going to resume that game on May 13th.
Correct. That's what Kristen just told me that before the game.
And that one misses inside, so a 3-1 count on the leadoff batter, Dylan Oakley.
Yeah, I told Kristen, what's this with a tie? We don't see ties in baseball, but I didn't see the game was at Middletown. In Caravel, they just would have kept playing.
There's a swing and a miss. Gave him the green light on 3-1. Its count is full.
I think he got him with he's full with the curveball. He went fastball.
Caravel,
for that one.
Saturday, Caravel plays at St. Mark's.
That is correct. Should be a good one.
Swing and a foul ball out of play and out of the stadium.
St. Mark's going through a little tough stretch recently. They had a lot of games packed into a lot of schools have. I'm not trying to make any excuses here, but they had a couple of tough losses and looking to get back on track.
The Werder steps back on the rubber, and here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball on the right side. Second baseman gobbles it up. Alston over to first, and Orvie Potts, and there's one gone in the bottom of the first.
Pretty routine play with the slow roller, but Alston had to come in and get it. You don't want to waste any time there.
So when you look in the scorers box, you'll see that both teams' leadoff batter went out 4-3. However, they were much different.
Yeah.
The high chopper by Zane Bone to lead off the game. Here's the catcher, James Tassoni. So far, so good for a Werder.
Can't complain.
Curveball missed inside.
I think most of our viewers know the pitchers have a 105 pitch limit, or you can finish a batter if you go over.
Right. Here's the 1-0 delivery. That's popped up. That's way up in the air. On the
stay play.
Oh, and a good try by the catcher.
Yeah, I think Potts
couldn't
probably
get that. No.
Potts probably had a better shot coming in to get that one than the catcher. That's a tough play going away from home plate like that.
Evens the count at 1-1. Boy, that ball.
That's a long run though for Orvie Potts, but I think that the first baseman's got to call him off on that one.
That looked like my 60-degree wedge from earlier today.
Where'd you play?
At the Frog. Of course, it's in pretty good shape.
Did you find anybody's backyard?
No.
Not today.
No.
Not any day.
No, kept it in the fairway for the most part.
Fairways are for suckers.
No challenge, right?
Yeah, well, anybody can hit out a fairway.
Oh, I think that hit him. Yeah,
speaking of hitting.
Breaking ball that did not move, and Tassoni becomes the first base runner of the game. That brings up Chase Pritchett, the first baseman.
Here we get the courtesy runner.
Okay, number 11. That'll be Aaron Massey running.
So under the rules, Massey is the courtesy runner for Tassoni, and he's got to be the same guy.
Right.
The entire game.
Yep. Run for the catcher. I mentioned the Smyrna team comes in with a record of 3-6. Quite a few of those losses to some of the really tough talent down in Sussex County. Sussex Central, Sussex Tech, Cape Henlopen, all excellent records.
Yeah, I think they're all in our top 10 too.
Yep, Caesar Rodney's another. That pitch misses low for a ball. Now here's another key too, Mike. When you haven't pitched for a while, and this is your first start of the year, now you got a runner on base early in the game. How's that going to affect you?
Well, and he's getting a decent lead out there, so Werder's got to be aware. But
ground ball left side.
Nice stop.
Great stop by Rice. Still across the diamond, gets him.
Top play candidate right there. The diving stop onto the bag. So he had to contend with the third base bag there as well. I think he used that bag to push off a little bit, so he used it to his advantage. But it was a great stop down there by Rice.
Yeah, great catch and really good, strong throw across the diamond. That brings up cleanup batter, left fielder Jake Tiberi. Runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first.
Tiberi wants to know if there's any kind of earthquake formation for baseball.
Now he's calling time. He is checking with the umpire on that very thing.
Yeah. So, Glenn, you mentioned they have played Central. You mentioned that. They beat Indian River, not a bad team there.
No.
Lost to Tech and Laurel. And then lost to Polytech and St. Mark's.
Yeah, Polytech's another team that's pretty decent record, too.
Yeah, and obviously St. Mark's is always
a
good team. And then Dover, the last game, that was pretty one-sided. But they're going to bounce right back, no problem here. That's a nice curveball.
Yep, broke right over the inside part of the plate. A strike to Tiberi. With the courtesy runner Massey down at second base. Smyrna trying to get on the board first here. Alwerda looks at the runner. Curveball again.
That was must have been a foul ball there.
Yeah, he got a piece of it. Alwerda really going a lot to the breaking ball here in the first inning, and it's been very effective.
Just wondering with those arm problems he had, how much of that he wants to throw. But
yeah,
because if he obviously didn't have Tommy John, or he probably wouldn't be playing.
Oh no. Tiberi
like
in the hole here, 0-2.
It's almost a routine surgery anymore for these guys.
Alwerda takes a long stare down into the catcher. Herb.
Nice.
Oh, good.
Just missed.
I'll tell you what, you want an 0-2 pitch and location, that was it.
Miguel Herb just turned around and said, how far off was it?
Just a little bit low and outside, a 1-2 count to Tiberi.
Yeah, they wanted that backwards K there.
Now Tiberi says, Alwerda's taking a little bit too long.
He,
I'm gonna step out.
He does take his time out there.
Alwerda digs in, checks the runner.
Especially compared to Donahue in the top. He just got the ball and rocked and threw.
Checks the runner again. Curveball. And that time Tiberi got out in front of it.
E on the coach.
Oh, I didn't follow that.
That was right off the hands. Disappointing. Caldwell never would have missed that.
I like your jacket.
Yeah, it's a little chilly out there, Glenn.
It was this morning, too, let me tell you.
Kristen Caldwell's got herself a nice warm jacket on, so yeah, no problems down there in the dugout.
Again, Alwerda taking a long time looking into the catcher. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball going the opposite way with it. If that falls fair, and it will, Tiberi will plate the first run of the game. He's on his way to second, and he'll make it sliding in with a double.
Nice job going inside out with that swing. Great play by Austin in right field to cut that off. If that gets by him, that's possibly 4 bases. Definitely a triple if he didn't get to it.
Also checked with Kristen Caldwell before the game on Alwerda, and she goes, Glenn, I'm probably only going to let him go about 45 pitches. It's his first start of the year. We're not going to go too deep with him unless he really feels good and we're in a good position as far as the game goes. But then she says we're probably going to bring in our reliever, Garrett Bone, who has a 0 ERA in 3 relief appearances this year.
And none of those at-bats were me. Because
Nolan Oakley, the center fielder, up now, the lefty, with Tiberi in scoring position. Ooh, tried a sweeping curveball that missed way outside. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have him at about 18 pitches so far this inning. Pop up, way up high in the air. That is going to be in play. It's coming back in. Nice play by the catcher, Miguel Herb.
Yeah, Herb got that one.
That'll end the first inning, but Smyrna gets on the board on an RBI double by Jake Tiberi. 1-0 Eagles. We'll head to the second when we come back right after this.
I'm Scott Kammerer from Soto Concepts. Today we're at Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware. Come check us out. Matt's Fish Camp features seafood classics, coastal comfort food, and chef-driven specials that pair perfectly with our large selection of craft ales, curated wine list, and camp cocktails. Matt's offers indoor and outdoor dining and is the perfect place to have dinner with your family, happy hour with friends, or enjoy lunch at the Raw Bar. Matt's Fish Camp in Fenwick Island, Delaware, open 7 days a week year-round. See you soon.
Back here at Judy Johnson Field at Frawley Stadium, I'm Glenn Frazier. He's Mike Lang. Jason Winchell producing. Nick Halliday on camera. 1 inning in the books. We go to the top of the second, and the lineup here for Caravel: Orvie Potts, the first baseman, leading off. Then the designated hitter, Miles Raymond, followed by the pitcher, Truman Alwerda.
Orvie's got some power. He's a big dude, and this is not an easy yard.
No.
Even for the minor leaguers to play here. They're just, you don't see many home runs in this place. You know, you see so few in the high school game, you can remember who hit them.
You see where the outfielders are placed.
Yeah,
for,
I mean, they're
for
just,
a power hitter like Potts.
There is a lot of real estate behind these outfielders. I mean, that double got pretty far out there, but there was, it wasn't that close.
Donahue's first
Nice
pitch, curveball, and in for a strike.
I'm sure Potts not looking curveball on the first pitch there, but it's good for Donahue. We can establish that and keep him off balance.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's high and tight. 1-1 count on Orvie Potts.
Glenn, I believe the weather is supposed to turn this weekend.
Yeah, that's what I hear. Like 70s, sunny and 70s.
Yeah, maybe hitting 80 at some point early next week. So hang in there,
Curveball
everybody.
again.
Right
that
at you.
Fouled back just to the right of us and
Oh,
back into the stands.
I don't know. I think she could have had that had she given a little more effort.
Mentioning this little banner going back and forth between the Caravel fans out here.
Well, I think they're a little disappointed in
The effort.
the effort. Yeah.
Here's the 1-2 pitch from Donahue. Curveball popped up
And here's
again.
Scan Redemption.
Yeah. She's just getting out
Out
of the way.
I think that ball went back on the field of play. Oh, nope. First row. I thought it found an opening in the netting.
Yeah, she went back and got the one foul ball, and the other one was coming towards her, and she said, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
Count holds at 1-2.
Glenn, how's Monday in a high of 86 sound to you?
Oh, man. What kind of sporting event did we have that day? Nothing?
There's something. With all the rain we had in April, there's something.
That one's fouled off right side and out of play. Potts hanging tough.
That's heading over to Iron Hill.
Yeah, I told the guys this morning playing golf, I said, how come you had to pick the coldest day of the week?
It was chilly today.
Donahue set, ready to go. 1-2 pitch. Curveball. That one is in play. Goes out to shallow right field. Second base going out. Right field coming in. Second base makes the catch. Good job by Dylan Oakley.
Yeah, this is not how they draw it up in the book, but it was effective. Oakley was able to get out there. You know, you always prefer your fielder coming in
Right.
to take those, but maybe Conway was just a little too far back, and Oakley didn't look like he was going to give on that one.
Liam's given a lot of room here to Miles Raymond, the designated hitter for the Buccaneers.
I mean, Liam Conway's pretty far back there in the opposite field for Raymond.
Once again, start as a batter out with a curveball. That missed low and inside. Alwerda is on deck. Caravel looking for their first base runner of the game.
Nice pitch.
Yeah, good low fastball. 1-1 count to Miles Raymond. Yeah, that was a long run out there for Dylan Oakley.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Conway didn't call him off, but
I mean, where Conway is now, he would never get
No.
there, but not for that last play.
another fastball.
Just
Swing and a miss.
yeah, he's behind that fastball. Donahue turned up a couple MPHs there.
He did. Another 1-2 count for Donahue. He does work fast. Tried to get a curveball on the outside part of the plate, and that missed. 2-2 count. 1 out. Base is empty here in the bottom of, or excuse me, top of the second.
Watching a little Phillies today with Zach Wheeler. Get the ball, throw the ball. Get the ball, throw the ball.
Ground ball right back to the box. And walking it over and flipping it underhand, Donahue, his first baseman, Chase Pritchett for out number 2. I was glad to see the Phillies finally get some run support for Zach Wheeler.
Yeah, 5-0 win today. A home run for for Bryce Harper.
Yeah, he had a baby, he hit a home run.
His first day back from paternity leave. Apparently he does this every time he has a kid.
Needs to have some more kids?
That's
Is that
what
you're saying?
That's what they said on the radio.
Here's the Caravel the Caravel pitcher, Truman Awerda, up to bat to face his counterpart, Nate Donahue. 2 outs here in the top of the second inning. Curveball. All 3 batters this inning, he started him out with a curve.
Yeah, that must have been a little bit high, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking. Missed high. Awerda ahead in the count. Fastball, high chopper to third. Coming up with it, Hunter Strauss. Long throw across, just barely got him by a half a stride. Another 1-2-3 inning for Donahue.
That third base play tonight, 2 of them. 2 plays down there. Unbelievable glove work down at third base. That ball, another high chop. That must be extra firm ground in front of the plate today.
All right, another 1-2-3 inning for Donahue. He's yet to make a batter get on, let a batter get on base. So 1-0 Smyrna lead as we head to the bottom of the second. Let's keep it right here and run down our top 10 this week. Of course, a couple of games have been played already, but Sussex Central undefeated at 11-0. They knocked off last week's number 1, Cape Henlopen, 4-1 on Tuesday. They traveled to Indian River today. Number 2, the William Penn Colonials, and then they lost to Salesianum 5-1 on Tuesday. They face Odessa today. Colonials now 6-1. Sitting at number 3, the Sussex Tech Ravens, record of 9-1. They won here at Frawley at a walk-off 1-0 Tuesday against CR. Playing Laurel today. Their third game of the week will be Saturday as they host St. George's. Coming in at number 4, Cape Henlopen at 10-2. The Vikings turn right around and play at number 1, Sussex Central. They did Tuesday night, got that loss. They meet Lake Forest today. Number 5, Delaware Military Academy. The Seahawks are 8-1. They play Red Lion at Wilmington University today and travel to CR on Saturday. Number 6, the Concord Raiders, undefeated, 11-0. They host Wilmington Charter today. Number 7, the Sanford Warriors at 10-1, hosting Newark Charter tomorrow. Number 8, Caesar Rodney, 7-3 at Sussex Academy today, and then they host number 5, DMA Saturday. That should be a good one. Number 9, the Brandywine Bulldogs with a record of 8-2, and coming in at number 10, these Caravel Buccaneers. As mentioned, they're 5-2-1, and they will play Saturday at St. Mark's. That's our top 10.
One update. DMA with the 13-1 victory today at Red Lion, or against Red Lion.
Yep, at Wilmington U.
I wonder why they would have not played at Red Lion, but
yeah, I don't know.
Wilmington U hosts the game every year.
Is that Wilson? I guess at Wilson Field then, right?
Yeah, it was a 1 o'clock start.
Oh, get out of school early. There you go. That's not a bad idea.
Gotta love that.
Yeah.
All right, we're about ready to go here with the bottom half of the second inning for Smyrna. It will be Hunter Strauss, the third baseman, leading off, followed by the shortstop, Trevor Ridgway, then the DH, Matt Pissarro.
And Glenn, just the other finals, the winning teams all with 13. Tatnall over Delcastle, 13-0, and Conrad over First State Military, 13-1. We'll Archmere with a big win today over Friends, and we'll get some other finals as they pop up or we see them online somewhere.
Okay. Good job, Mike. First pitch by Alwerda, misses down and low for a ball to Strauss.
Now, Alwerda back, he's working a little bit faster with nobody on base, but he's very extra careful when Smyrna gets somebody on.
Pop up, out of play.
Uh-oh. Whose car's over there? Oh, it didn't even make it out of the bleachers.
Strauss coming into the game, he does a lot of pitching for Smyrna. He has 14 Ks against 7 walks. He has a save and a 2.63 ERA on the year. He is a switch hitter. Batting left-handed against the righty, Alwerda. That one missed outside and low, 2-1 count to Strauss. Well, we're, of course, a dual sport athlete. And there's a called strike. Evens the count at 2-2. I asked Coach Kristen Caldwell, has he decided on what he wants to do at the next level yet? And she goes, not really. The timing's been bad with that elbow. But he is talking to some major schools about, maybe just attending or, being able to transfer somewhere after the season starts. Full count now to Strauss.
It's kind of lost the grip on that last pitch. Always amazed here. These lights look like they're not even facing the field.
Yeah.
And they're pretty effective.
And missed down low. So for this Smyrna Eagles, another base runner. That one on a full count walk.
And Glenn, I'm sure you remember when Frawley Stadium first opened in the early 90s, since you and I are both old.
I thought you were talking about way back.
No, not the original Blue Rocks. I think they played on Governor Prince somewhere, didn't they? The light stands here, if you were driving north on 95, forget about it. They blinded you, that's correct.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
No, I like these lights. It's good placement. If you played any softball, and I played softball for 40-some years, man, some of the lighting on some of the fields is just ridiculous.
Taking your life in your hands.
First pitch misses outside for a ball to Trevor Ridgway, the shortstop. Ridgway has had 2 walk-off hits this year, 4 doubles, 6 RBIs coming into the ball game. Strauss over at first base. And I think that the delay here is the and there's a throw over to first back safely, is the call coming into the catcher from the dugout. Watching the catcher and how much time he spends looking over that way waiting to get the pitch call.
Obviously no pitch clock in the high school level.
Yeah. No look over this time. There's a bunt attempt, and that's going to go foul up the first base line.
Thought Ridgway got that bat out just a little bit late. It looked more like not a sacrifice bunt.
Yeah, more trying to get on bunt. Ball and a strike to him as we approach the 7 o'clock hour here in Wilmington.
Like Ryan's bedtime.
Got that right. Oh, no, the Sixers are on tonight, too. So, my former friend Dante DiVincenzo in town.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled away. I thought, no, maybe he missed it completely. So the runner, Strauss, will move up to second. So a 1-2 count on Ridgway. Strauss down at second base. Nobody out here, bottom of second.
No, you know what? It's still really cool to turn on the TV and see the guy playing, and then just to talk to him during the summer times. It is actually really kind of neat.
Werder checks the runner. Curveball, that is belted down towards left field, and it falls just fair. Easily played Smyrna's second run of the game, and with a stand-up double is Trevor Ridgway.
He got around on it, Glenn, and we talked about how hard it is to hit a home run here. And one hop the wall.
Yeah.
Right out there by the bullpen, and
I think
just
so far
doesn't
Smyrna
carry very well, but he got a hold of that.
Yeah, I think so far Smyrna's enjoying their trip up here.
Yeah.
Brings up the designated hitter, Matt Passaro.
Now, I don't remember the last time. I mean, we can't keep track of all these games, but I'm sure Smyrna has played here. Not tournament games. I'm sure they've done regular season games here before.
Well, I'm sure the batter has, and Matt Passaro's only a freshman. Comes in with a .333 batting average. Again, a runner at second, nobody out. A word a long time trying to get this pitch figured out. Checks the runner. A bunt attempt is fouled straight back. Good idea trying to get the base runner over to third with just one out.
Yeah, I'm not huge on giving away outs, but I think that's not a bad spot for a bunt.
Sac fly would bring him home if they can successfully sacrifice him over to third.
Now they got Potts' attention down there at first base.
Yeah, he's moved up, way up into the grass.
And Rice even with the bag at third.
Full swing on a high and tight pitch.
So Orville will probably move back now with the 2 strikes. There he goes. And then Rice is going to back up a few steps, but he's still about a little bit, almost even with the bag.
Behind in the count is Matt Passero, 0-2. Here's the pitch.
That's
That's
nice.
going to just go over the second baseman's head out in the right field. And they're not going to send the runner. Runners on the corners now with nobody out for Liam Conway, another freshman. Mike?
Good job by Caravel there to get that ball in pretty quickly. They look like a pretty fundamentally sound team, but the job on that hit, the inside-out swing and just punched it over second base, that's a great piece of hitting for Smyrna there. That was an excellent job with 2 strikes.
Right, he was in the hole, 0-2. Now, will they send Passero here? You see the catcher, Miguel
So you
Herb.
say Conway's a freshman, huh?
He's, 2 freshmen in a row here at the bottom of the lineup.
That's some confidence there for Coach Clemens. I mean, you can see a safety squeeze here if they want to get a little
Got to have a lot of confidence
fancy.
in your
Yeah,
batter.
for a freshman to bunt here because he's going to going with
Ground
the
ball to
fastball.
right side. They're going to try the double play. They get the out at second. The run will score.
So fielder's choice there.
Yep, and an RBI.
Potts didn't waste any time. Glenn, you're right to second base. I guess he figured he did not have a play at the plate. You don't want to throw home and get no outs. You can't fault the guy for getting, and he did get the lead runner on the out in the bases. So I'm going to give Orvie Potts credit there. That was a good play by him.
That brings us to the top of the order, and Dylan Oakley, he grounded out to second in the first inning.
Yeah, he's got that runner right in front of him, so he can judge it easily whether he's going to have a play at home. And he knew as soon as he looked up there was no play at home.
Conway gets his lead off of first.
But again, hitting to the right side.
Yeah.
They're hitting behind and moving runners along.
Strategic hitting. That's outside and low for a ball. 2-0 on Dylan Oakley. So if head coach Kristen Caldwell is true to her word about right around a 45 pitch count, and there's another shot going the opposite way, and that's going to fall in for a hit.
So what this is telling me is that Awerta's velocity is okay. The Smyrna's just putting the bat on the ball. You know, they
are.
are doing a good job at going with the pitch and not trying to, trying to hit the ball a mile and pulling the ball. He's going to give them pitches on the outside corner. They're going to take it outside. He's going to go inside. They're going to inside out the swing.
That's intelligent. James Tassoni, now the catcher, hit by pitch back in the first inning and scored Smyrna's first run of the game.
Now, I know there's an out here, but I would not be shocked to see Tassoni bunt to move those runners up. Although with an out, it's a little less likely, but we'll find out.
Yeah. Little meeting at the mound with the battery. Herb and Alberta having a few words.
Yeah, nobody up in the bullpen here for Caravel, but a lot of times their relievers are already on the field. And you said she would likely go to Bone, the younger Bone.
Yes, the sophomore.
That's a long walk to the bullpen from the Caravel dugout.
All right, Alberta trying to get out of a jam here. Sweeping curveball, and that caught the outside part of the plate for a strike. So whatever his catcher, Herb, went out and said to him, worked.
Yeah, because Miguel Herb's a smart kid.
Another curveball.
Wow.
That one's belted down the left field line. That's going to fall. One run coming in. The second run's going to be waved around. 2 more runs for Smyrna on another RBI double. That one a 2 RBI double. Off the bat of James Tassoni.
Great job by Tassoni. That one did not quite reach the wall. I think the ball's just not carrying tonight, but he got a hold of that thing. Just smoked it. Here comes Coach Caldwell, and this might be it.
Yeah, it's now 5-1 lead for the Smyrna Eagles.
So you have the Aaron Massey back in
Massey,
to run.
yep.
But let's give credit to Tassoni for the 2 RBI shot to left field.
Yeah, Smyrna. They've been very intelligent at the plate, Mike. They're hitting where the pitch is. So they've pulled 2 deep shots down the left field line on an inside part of the plate. And then, when, like you said, when the things are coming to the outside, the pitch is out there, pushing it the other way. There's something to be learned there for some of the Philadelphia Phillies, namely Nick Castellano.
Who?
Quit trying to pull everything. If this ball's on the outside part of the plate, go the other way. They're professionals. You think they'd know this stuff.
Well, you know, Glenn, they're on a plane on their way to San Diego, right? And it looks like the pitching change will be made here.
Yep. Word is retreating to the dugout. Gets a nice round of applause from the Caravel fans. And that is number 18, Zane Bone, coming in here. So Word it gets through an inning and a third.
Yep, yeah, he's got one more batter that one more runner he's responsible for.
Correct.
Looks like Owerda is going to stay in the game. Oh no, this is Miles Raymond walking out there, number 13. This Smyrna's doing a great job of getting the bat on the ball, and they're finding open spots. And
Ladies and gentlemen, now pitching for Caravel.
unfortunately, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
4 hits so far this inning. So Word gives up 5 hits. So far, 5 runs. He also walked a batter.
It looks like we have a change in the field. Thought I saw Kennard come in out there in center field, number 10.
Yeah, it looks like yes, number 10. So he comes in for Gavin Evans.
Sometimes it's hard to keep track of all because they have rules about you go back in, you can come out, you can do this, you can do that. You need a PhD in baseball, high school baseballology. You didn't know that was a thing, did you? But it is.
I never heard that word, no.
How about those Orioles yesterday? I think big win out there in Anaheim. Big day for Gunnar Henderson. Tell you what, man, that guy can play a little bit. They 4 hits yesterday. And
Orioles have a nice young team.
Yeah, huge play in the field in the 8th inning.
I always said they'd do better if they got rid of that owner. He sold the team.
And he's not around anymore, so.
Yeah.
Well, I guess his son was running the team.
I think Cal Ripken is a part of the team, too, for the ownership. He certainly has the money.
It's nice about where we are, Glenn. We get the Phillies and the Orioles and also the Nationals, but nobody cares on our cable system. And
Have some Sussex County fans that care about the Washington Nats, but no, if you're a Phillies fan, you don't care about the National.
no, but I do enjoy watching the Orioles on Mass. And tell you who I like is that Jim Palmer's still really good. As their other TV color guy, Ben McDonald, is just outstanding.
All right, looks like we're about ready to go after the pitching change.
Some ghosts just closed the door here.
Well, Zane Bone has not allowed a run yet in 3 appearances.
Is this Zane or Garrett?
I'm sorry, it's Garrett.
Okay. They're both tall.
Ooh, I don't know where that pitch was. Must have missed outside. That's a ball.
Actually, is that 18 on the mound?
This is Zane Bone pitching.
That is, apparently Zane is on the mound.
Okay, I was right the first time.
Yeah.
First pitch just missed.
Hard to keep track of all this stuff.
Second pitch inside and tight, so a 2-0 count to Chase Pritchett. He grounded out to third. That was a great play that we saw made by Matt Rice down there. Courtesy runner at second base is Massey. Running for Tassoni. There's a high pop-up right side of the infield. Looks like it's going to be played in foul territory by the first baseman, and Orvie Potts makes the play. Second out of the inning.
A little bit of wind. The flags are True and Potts had to reach back at the last minute, almost over the base to get that one.
It almost came back in fair.
I'm pretty sure he was still in foul territory, but it was close.
Here's Tiberi, who had an RBI double last inning.
Now, if you're Caravel, you desperately don't want this fifth run of the inning to score.
That's another foul back over our heads here.
I was going to bring my glove tonight.
Well, it would have taken a plexiglass shattering shot for you to make
And
a
I thought
play.
about that, and I said, it's not going through the window. But if I wanted to save our camera, say when I'm doing the camera.
I had mine Tuesday at the softball game, try to save the camera. But the only shot that came out our way sailed over our heads by 30 feet.
Now, when we do volleyball games in the fall, we actually have to, during warm-ups, we have to stand in front of the camera because it's like it has a big target on it.
Bones 1-1 delivery to Tiberi.
Uh-oh.
A shot out to left field. That's going to be played on one hop. They're going to send the runner, and he is going to score. There's another run, and Smyrna now on top 6-1. That run will be charged to Alwerda.
I think that's a great call by the third base coach for Smyrna. Even if he gets thrown out, Glenn, at that juncture, you're like, you know what? This is a run we can afford to. I mean, you don't want to give up runs, but I would have sent him all day if I was the coach. And
Mike,
he made the right call.
Yeah, Mike, that brings up Nolan Oakley now as Smyrna has batted around here in the second inning.
It's going to mess up your scorecard.
It might. Remains to be seen.
Is this the ninth batter?
This
Oh,
is the
man.
ninth batter of the inning.
Yeah, that scorecard could be going extra innings.
That's why we scratch that 3 out and make that a 2. Tiberi gets a little bit of a lead.
Good pitch.
Man, missed
Oof.
outside. That's a ball to Oakley, who popped up. Nice play made by Miguel Herb on a pop-up in foul territory. Swing and a miss at an outside pitch. Pretty good pitch. 1-1 count now.
Miguel's headed to West Point.
That's right, he is. Good for him.
Yeah, he's a fine athlete and student.
Oh, there's a drive
Wow.
deep
There.
right field.
That's that's fair. Out of here.
Got a home
Oh, my
run.
goodness.
Sakes. We got talking about it. Doesn't happen. You'll
No.
remember that one. Wow.
It went hugging the line down there right over the Powerball $ area. And he got all of that. Glenn, you were just waiting because they had a couple of shots that just died going to left field, but it carried to right.
Oh, my gosh. Smyrna now with 7 runs in the second inning. They lead 8-0 on the 2-run homer by Nolan Oakley. And now here you're right. See, it's messing up my scorecard.
Yeah, now, and the bad thing is John's going to have to go out and chase that ball down.
Well, that brings up Strauss, who walked to lead this inning off and scored a run.
I just walked outside and missed it.
High and outside for a ball.
Chris Ludman hit 2. And we're talking, he graduated in like 2016.
There's the pitch that just missed outside for a ball. 2-0 to Strauss.
Yeah, Glenn, we talked about it. You can remember the home runs. They mentioned Chris Ludman from St. Mark's. Chris has been out of high school for 8 years now.
Wow. There's a called strike, so a 1-2 count now on Strauss. I know that name, though. So does he have a younger
Eric.
sibling?
Eric
Okay.
is still at University of Delaware.
But how about maybe a sister playing softball?
No, I don't think so. But
No? Okay.
I think they have a sister. But Chris and Eric, both St. Mark's grads who both played. Well, Chris graduated from UD, and Eric, I believe, is a senior.
Here's the 2-2 pitch to Strauss. Tried to go the other way with it, fouls it off.
Into the dugout. You see some. They didn't really dive for cover, but
That was kind of a humpback.
they kind
Liner.
of just moved the head out of the way so nobody lost a tooth. Kept waiting for that ball to come down. It just kept going and going.
Yeah,
A big inning here for the Eagles.
way outside. That count goes full again to Strauss.
Then, Glenn, you look at that record, the 3-6, and we talked about some of the competition they've played. They obviously look better than a 3-6 team.
Don't they? They sure
They got
do.
some bats on this team.
Like I said, they're enjoying their trip to Wilmington so far. Way outside, Strauss walks again. So he's walked twice in this inning. And that brings up Trevor Ridgway, who had a double and an RBI.
There goes Garrett Bone down to the bullpen now. That is a long run.
They are definitely young enough to make that long run. That's
Now,
for
when this park opened, the bullpens were on the field, on the sidelines.
Yeah, not a good idea. First
Oh,
pitch,
man.
smoked way out of play.
But Bone's out there on this warning track, and he might make the catch.
Nothing but a long strike.
They got the timing down right now.
Yeah, they're really zoned in at the plate. 0-1 pitch, right down the middle, a little bit low though. Didn't get far enough away for the catch from the catcher for Strauss to move up a spot. 1-1 count on Trevor Ridgway. Ridgway now with 5 doubles and 7 ribbies. Missed low, throw behind the runner, he's back safely.
Now, if you're Caravel, you just any way to get that third out, and just remind yourself we still have 5 at bats to go here.
Yeah. So that's the job that head coach Kristen Caldwell has to do. Don't look at the scoreboard.
Nope, just play the game, chip away.
That missed low and inside. Count goes 3-1. On deck, if Ridgway can reach base, is Matt Pissarro, who singled earlier this inning. That's up in the air down the left field side. It's going to be a tough play. Trying to make an over-the-shoulder catch was Rice, the third baseman.
That was just in the Bermuda Triangle there. That would have been, if Rice had made that play, it would have been better than the play he made previously.
Exactly, and he made a dandy earlier.
He's running flat out with his back to the infield and just kind of reaching up, trying to get to that one.
So the count runs full. Pissarro back in the box. Missed low and outside. There's a walk.
So, Glenn, for our high school baseball fans out there, we won't be streaming Saturday, but if you want to see some high school ball, come on out Saturday at 3. It's Tower Hill and St. Elizabeth here at Frawley, and then followed at 6 o'clock by AI DuPont and Newark.
Okay.
How about that? It's good to get a lot of teams in here. Everybody gets a chance to play in here.
This is the 12th batter of the inning. Called strike to Pissarro. He singled earlier this inning and then was forced out at second base. Swing and a miss, throw behind the runner to first, gets back safely.
Then you got to be, if you're Potts, you have to make that stop or that's going to score a run.
A catcher has to have a lot of confidence down there in Potts.
On an 0-2 count, throwing behind the runner.
0-2 pitch, misses low and outside. Ball and 2 strikes on Pissarro. Pissarro, the freshman. 333 batting average coming into this ball game. Smyrna scoring 8 runs on 7 hits so far, and we're still in the second. Ground ball down the third base line, and that's fair. That's going to score another run, and they will hold the runner at third, and an RBI double for Matt Pissarro.
Just inside the line for Pissarro. That was a heck of a placement down there. Glenn, a couple of finals from today.
Okay.
How about St. Elizabeth's over Hodgson 9-5,
Okay.
and Seaford defeats Polytech 2-1,
Ooh. I'd say that's a minor upset.
and then Cape Henlopen open 12-0 over Lake Forest.
Okay. Cape getting back on the winning side of things.
But that's a good win for Seaford.
It is.
That's another.
That's up in the air.
Yeah, that's not
Shallow left. Actually, it's not going to get out of the infield. Rice calls for the inning is finally over. But Smyrna scores 8 runs on 7 hits this inning, and they leave 2 on base. Go to the the top of the third after 2. 9-1, 9-0 in favor of the Smyrna Eagles. Back after this.
The things that matter most happen right in our own backyard. Our neighbors, our schools, the places we go, and the people we know. And now there's one news outlet where our story is told. Delaware Live. Locally owned community-based news. Free to every reader, because Delaware's future belongs to all of us. Quality journalism we can trust to help us take on the day. Delaware Live. Our state, our news, our home.
Oh, we're back here at Frawley Stadium. See if Caravel can get their bats waking up. They haven't even had a base runner yet against Smyrna pitcher Nate Donahue, who has retired all 6 batters he's faced. As we go to the top of the third inning, it'll be the bottom of the order. The catcher, Herb, Bujanowski, the right fielder, and Rice, the third baseman.
Now, Glenn, obviously with a 9-0 lead, you're feeling pretty good about yourselves. That's a long layoff for Donahue. We'll see if there's 8 warm-up pitches
Is enough for
is
him?
enough to get him back.
All right, Donahue works pretty quickly, so we'll see how he deals here coming off the bench after that long Smyrna at bat.
They were up for a long time, and
Almost a half an hour.
sometimes that does affect the pitcher.
Right through the box. The mound stopped it,
Whoa.
but trying to make a barehanded catch, and it will not work. I don't know official score. What do you
That's
call
gonna
that?
be a base hit.
Okay. First hit of the game for Caravel, first base runner.
It's unanimous.
So Herb's at first. They're going to run for him. Number 15 for Caravel. That'll be Shane Nardo.
Yeah, I think Herb might be one of the faster guys on that team too, but the catcher, they want to get him
Right.
in, get him geared up.
All right, that brings up the right fielder, Jack Bujanowski. Bujanowski, just a sophomore. Takes a curveball high for a ball. No, Nardo's running it first. There's a fly ball out towards right center. Center fielder coming over. Nolan Oakley makes the play. First out of the inning as Nardo retreats to first. And now the bottom of the order, the third baseman, Matt Rice.
Nice quick out there for Donahue.
Waiting on deck, Zane Bone, who grounded out to second back in the first inning. Donahue. Peripheral vision, just checking that runner at first base. Now he throws over.
Oh, close.
Yeah, pretty good pickoff
That
move.
was closer than the umpire was pretty nondescript in that call, but that looked pretty close. We're not exactly right next to it, but look close.
First pitch to Rice, curveball,
Nice curveball.
and that's a nice pitch for a strike. Donahue again, checking the runner. Curveball again, this one inside out to right field. Is it going to fall? No, the right fielder comes in and
Oh,
makes
they're
the
going to
play.
have a chance at 2.
But he's late with it. Liam Conway, the
I think they
freshman.
got the first baseman. I think it short hopped him into the knee.
Oh, my. They're going to have official time to check him out.
I think they have to amputate the leg to get that kid out of the game.
Nice running catch by the freshman out in
Who's
right,
that?
Liam Conway.
Chase Pritchett. There's no way he's coming out. No? He got hit in the upper leg, Glenn.
Now, one of the coaches, maybe the trainer for Smyrna, starting to make their way out. Maybe trying to give him a little extra time. Well, you know those things you're supposed to wear to protect that part of the body in this sport, but
Leg
not
warmers.
normally the
Nope.
first baseman wearing one. Leadoff batter Zane Bone is up. Again, he grounded out to second. He has 2 outs, a runner at first here. Donahue trying to get out of a mini jam.
Glenn, a little press box humor up here.
Yeah, well, our fans can't hear everything that's going on up
Thank
here.
God.
That's low and inside for a ball. So we try not to comment too much on that. Donahue looks over his shoulder.
They're really impressed with Donnie. They're doing a great job.
I'm impressed with Smyrna overall.
Yeah, they look really good.
Maybe they just need to pay money and come up here and play their home games up here.
Exactly right. They brought the hitting sticks tonight.
That missed high. So a 2-0 count to Zane Bone.
Not just hitting, but they're hitting the ball hard and long.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Gosh, that home run. That's funny. You just said there aren't too many hit out here in high school.
There are not.
That's why I just said deep shot. I figured, well, it ain't going
I
out.
didn't think it was going to go out. That's a nice pitch. Well, like we mentioned, a lot of times you can remember which high school kids hit home runs, and as soon as it went out, we all started talking up here about the last time we saw a home run here, and everybody remembers it.
And you said it was how many years ago?
Well, I think
Five?
there's been 5 or 6 years maybe since.
Here's a 2-1 pitch. Curveball missed way outside, so 3-1.
I think I saw Nate Thomas from St. E's almost go out of here a couple years ago. Nate went on to St. Joe's and had a really good baseball career at St. Joe's, too.
There is a little punch shot. It's going to fall in. Now, are they going to send the runner? No, they're going to hold him at third. Runners on the corners for Caravel with 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Yeah, Oakley, great job tracking that down, prevents a run from scoring. He had a good jump on that ball. He wasn't going to catch it, but he did. Caught it on the big hop and got it right back in.
Brings up the second baseman, Aiden Alston. He flied out to Nolan Oakley in the first inning. Caravel, first time they've had a runner in scoring position. Trying to get on the board here. Race at 0. Donahue, you see, he takes a little bit more time when he pitches from the stretch. Curveball. Called strike.
Well, something it's pretty obvious we mentioned is the backstop is a lot farther back here. And anything that gets behind the catcher pretty much is going to be runners are going to advance. Not trying to jinx anybody.
Another good pitch down low in the zone. And ahead of the count is Donahue. 0-2 on Aiden Alston. Nardo, the pinch runner, down at third base. Curveball, swinging and miss, and Donahue got him, and he gets out of the jam. We're through 2.5 now, and it's a 9-0 lead for the Smyrna Eagles. All right, ready for the bottom of the third inning here from Judy Johnson Field of Frawley Stadium. Smyrna put an 8 spot on the board last inning. They have a 9-0 lead. And leading off, top of the order, Dylan Oakley, the second baseman. He's 1 for 2. Curveball in there for a strike. Yeah, good pitch from Bone.
You know, I met Judy Johnson.
Man, you are old.
When I was like 8 years old or 9 years old or something. He spoke at our Little League banquet.
That one's high and outside for a ball, 1-1.
I have his autograph somewhere in my house. You know he's in the Baseball Hall of
Oh,
Fame.
yeah. Bone with a 1-1 delivery. Oakley takes it high, so it's 2-1.
Appearance by Kevin Linton. The one and only.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's out of here.
Oh. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Straight up.
Straight up. Catcher getting under it. Herb's got it. He's
That's not
battling
easy.
back behind the plate, I'm telling you.
That is not easy. That ball goes straight up like that.
That's the second one he's made.
He's got to fix the headband.
Yeah, so Bone retires the first batter here in the third inning. That brings up James Tassoni. He's hit by a pitch. He's doubled. He has 2 RBIs, and he's scored 2 runs.
And Miguel's done a really good job back there.
Here's a question for you, and I asked Shannon Timmons the other day because she used to coach softball. We'll get it right after this first pitch.
Survey says.
Bone's delivery, curveball,
A nice one.
inside corner for a strike. Okay. I watch a lot of college and high school softball. When there's a pop-up and the catcher's going to make a play, they never take the mask off. In baseball, always take the mask off. You can see better. Why didn't the softball catchers take the mask off?
That's a good question. I know a lot of softball players used to wearing masks anywhere on the field. I saw a right fielder wearing one yesterday at a softball game.
Yeah, well, they will in the corners. A lot of times in the circle. Here's a sweeping curveball.
Straight
that
up
one's
in the
straight
air.
up in the air again. Can he do it again?
Looks like Bone wants
Pitcher call for it. He's
it.
taller.
He is taller than Miggy. That's true.
He reached right over top of him. And
Herb
took
had no chance.
Oh.
Miguel looks a little perturbed. He had to throw the helmet off and everything, and then Bone just reached over top. Literally reached over top of him and made the catch.
He's like, I got this one, brother.
Don't worry about it, Miguel.
Yep.
Boom.
Second out of the inning, retired. And, hey, can we get a 1-2-3 inning for Caravel? Hasn't happened so far. Pritchett's up to bat. He's 0 for 2. Starts him out with a curveball low. So, anyhow, let's get back to the lifting the mask off. I'm thinking it's a hair thing. Does it take that long to reposition the mask for the catcher in softball that they've got that hair they got to worry about? We all reach up. Ooh, that one banged right on top.
That's a good question. I know when I coached softball, the girls a lot of times had a hole in the back of the helmet for their ponytails.
Right.
But that's not the case with the fielding masks that they wear.
Curveball again. Good pitch. Called strike.
But I would think you'd be able to see a lot better without that mask on.
I do too.
I was always taught, when you take the mask and you just chuck it as far as possible so you don't trip on it.
Right. Ooh, almost hit him. Missed with that curveball. Evens the count up at 2-2 on Pritchett.
That was some good reaction time there by Pritchett.
Yeah, the good thing it was a curveball. Fastball, he wouldn't have had time to get out of the way, I don't think. 2-2 delivery. Swing and a miss, and a 1-2-3 inning for Bone in the bottom of the third. Through 3 now. Smyrna 9, Caravel nothing. Back after this.
First State Orthopedics statewide has 29 physicians at 16 locations. Our physicians and staff provide both non-surgical as well as surgical treatment for almost all orthopedic conditions and injuries. We are specially trained in the current state-of-the-art techniques. We serve as team physician and orthopedic consultant for over 20 high schools, Wilmington University, and many local recreational and competitive leagues. Our doctors are readily available to the local emergency departments as well as medical aid units and urgent care centers for consultation and treatment. Call for an appointment today or visit us at First.
3 innings in the books here at Judy Johnson Field at Frawley Stadium and here in Wilmington, Delaware. Glenn Frazier, Mike Lang, Jason Winchell on our production and equipment, and I'm not sure, he's got his chin in his hand pondering things. The thinker, Nick Halliday, the thinker, on camera. Top of the order for the Buccaneers. Donahue pitching a pretty good game.
Nice curveball.
Yeah, really good. Caught the inside part of the plate for a strike on Zane Bone. Donahue, first a little bit of adversity he had to face last inning, runners on the corners, but he got out of it.
Yeah, he's done a lot of good work with that curveball tonight.
That missed low and inside. Ball and a strike to Bone.
Actually, Zane Bone has done had a nice curveball as well.
Yeah. I thought he settled down nicely there in that last half inning.
Yeah, finally got a 1-2-3 inning.
Yeah. Missed outside, 2 balls and a strike. Aiden Austin on deck, followed by Tim Tyler. Missed inside, a little high, and a 3-1 count. And it looks like Tyler got hit. If it didn't hit him, it's ball 4 anyhow. So Tim Tyler will take first.
Any way you can get on at this point. If you're Caravel, you just need some runs.
Now they got the leadoff runner on last inning. Here's Orvie Potts.
What's his first name?
They call him Orvie.
Orby? For 32, Orby Potts.
He was put out by the second baseman
look
last
out.
time up. Yeah, get out of the way of that one.
First base coach looking down at his, not sure what he's looking at, just looking at the ground down there. He didn't even move. Never a worry.
Donahue's 0-1 pitch.
good
Curveball,
curveball.
good pitch. He's got Potts in the hole 0-2. Any comments that might be audible through our system are not necessarily those of 302 Sports.
Do not represent the opinions of Delaware Live Sports.
Pop up.
Wow.
Is it going to stay in? It's going to
Eh.
be close.
Oh,
nice.
did he get it?
Oh, he dropped it at the last second
man,
when
that
he hit
would've-
the wall.
That would have been a heck of a catch.
Great attempt by James Tassoni. I'll tell you, our catchers have done a great job tonight. Both of
Yeah,
them.
they're being called to go above and beyond the call. Did I say that? Miguel Erb's going into the Army, above and beyond the call of duty.
Donahue.
Yeah, Tassoni eating the wall there, almost got it.
Curveball, put in play, again in foul territory, right side. First baseman makes the play, Chase Pritchett.
Another one way up in there. The balls are upstairs today.
First out of the inning. Tyler at first. That brings up the designated hitter, Miles Raymond. He grounded out right back to the pitcher in the second inning. Tyler at first. A couple steps off the bag. Pitch right on the outside part of the plate, but miss for a ball.
And Smyrna, I'd say a little deeper than double play depth here. They're just obviously just looking to get one out and to keep the balls out of the gaps.
Right. limit any kind of damage with the lead they
Yep.
have.
You can afford to play one out at a time here.
Curveball. Got the inside part of the plate. Ball and a strike on Raymond. Truman Awerta is on deck. No, wait a minute. That's right. He came out, so that would be Christian Kennard, who went out to center field. He is on deck. That just missed the outside
Yeah.
part of the plate. Heard some groans out there from the Smyrna fans.
I think you're just cold.
2 balls and a strike. That's a called strike. That evens the count at 2-2. In the stretch, Donahue delivers. Tried to get a curveball to work on the inside part of the plate. It didn't break. Oh, no, they did call him out. Wow, I thought that missed on the inside. Got a strikeout there.
He never made a single.
Now, and yeah, the guys up here say he didn't never called it was the 3rd strike. The umpire didn't, and you're right, he didn't.
He might have said it out loud because the batter
Yeah,
marked
that doesn't help us up here.
but that wasn't right. We need to see.
Here's the lefty Kennard. He takes a called strike.
That time he did.
Yeah. Kennard's a senior.
Come on, Joe. Get the board right.
Yeah, missing on the outside with that pitch. So it's a ball and a strike to Kennard.
Joe, will you please get
Tim Tyler down at first base. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Donahue looks over his shoulder again. Low and inside, that got away from the catcher, so Tyler will move up to second.
Yeah, the catchers have been outstanding tonight, but can't get everything.
Now, maybe the pitcher and catcher not on the same page with the pitch that time. Who knows? They're going to have a little meeting right now. 2-1 count on Kennard. The catcher, Herb, is on deck.
Kennard's first at bat, so
Yeah.
Eagles signed A.J. Brown to a 3-year extension. That means they might make a trade.
Donahue checks the runner. Delivery, high. So he goes 3-1 in the count. I had to check the umpire because I thought it was 3-1 last batter.
yeah, Donahue not even. Oh, he does look back at second. I figured just get this out here,
Ground ball, second base, up with it.
and that's a
Throw
big
over to
deal.
the first, and that's the final out of the inning.
Yeah, good
Dylan
job.
Oakley over to Chase Pritchett, and Caravel again stymied. Another 0 goes up on the board. So, Mike, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning.
We do.
Smyrna up 9-0. Back here at the bottom of the fourth inning, now joined by Jason Winchell on the mic as we do a little flip-flop in here. So Mike goes from color to camera, and Nick Halliday is down on the field. Trying to get some still shots for us. So here we go, Jake Tiberi to lead it off. Tiberi's had a pretty good ball game. He's doubled and singled and has 2 RBIs. And he takes a strike. No, or is that a ball? He takes a ball.
Yeah, it looks like it's called a ball.
That misses down low. 2-0 count to Tiberi. Yeah, Zane Bone had a pretty good half inning last inning, Jay. 1-2-3. First time Smyrna was, well, first time Smyrna retired in order the whole game. Sweeping curveball, that caught the inside corner. 2-1 count to Tiberi. Nolan Oakley on deck, and he hit that home run out of here across the Powerball sign down the right field line. That's fouled straight back. 2-2 count on Jake Tiberi. First time Tiberi has faced Mr. Bone. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he got him. First time they've retired Tiberi in the ball game. 1 out here. That brings up Nolan Oakley, the center fielder. Again, 1 for 2. He's popped up to the catcher and smoked a home run out of here.
That was great. Pitch there to get the strikeout, like you said, and finally get Tiberi out.
Yeah, Bone has settled in now. He's retired 5 in a row. That one missed. And 5 of those batters via the strikeout.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oakley lets that one go low. Just missed. 2-0 count on Oakley. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning now. The run rule in baseball, as there's a ground ball. Oh, it just got over the head of Orvie Potts at first base. You know, Mike Lang brought up a good point earlier. We've seen a lot of high choppers today. There's another one.
Yeah, we definitely have, and it makes it hard to feel when that ball pops up like that.
So Oakley is on for the 2nd time in the ball game. That brings up Hunter Strauss, who has walked twice and scored twice. And he did both of that last inning.
Yeah.
As Smyrna brought 12 batters to the plate in that 2nd inning. And now we've got some discussion with the umpire.
I think the bullpen door open down there.
Now he's trying to signal somebody down there. I don't know whether there is anybody down there.
Get over there, Biz.
Somebody checking on it. Home plate umpire strolls back.
Hey, climb the fence. He's in the bullpen. He's going out now. Where's the
Now,
cop?
when you have little league games, a lot of times it's
Yep.
a car with lights on in the
yep.
outfit, right? And then
Yeah.
they're like, "Hey, turn those lights off."
We need a little bit more time.
I'm never going to have an umpire run out and do it. The left fielder was a lot closer. Couldn't he have done that? Okay, now we got somebody headed out in that direction. So that's our stoppage right now. They're trying to get that taken care of. Meanwhile, Hunter Strauss facing Bone. And he did face him his 2nd at-bat in that 3rd inning and walk. And he takes the first pitch outside. Something tells me, Jay, that this Strauss kid's got a pretty good eye at the plate.
Yeah, he does. He definitely does. I mean, he takes pitches, and he's normally right.
He's worked 2 full counts on his at-bats. He swings and misses there. It's a ball and a strike. Smyrna Eagles pounced on Caravel for an 8 spot in the 2nd inning. They lead this game 9-0 in the bottom of the 4th.
Like you said, Glenn, if they could get a run here.
There's a shot down the right field line. That's a single. It might be more. The runner's headed to third. They're going to hold him up. 2nd and 3rd as he slides in for another double. There's Strauss' first hit of the game. He's been on all 3 at-bats. I was saying earlier, the run rule in baseball is 10 runs after 5 complete innings. So if Smyrna gets a 10th run here and they shut Caravel out in the top of the 5th, it's a ball game.
Right.
Now, there are some people up in the press box that are hoping that happens. Here comes Trevor Ridgway, the shortstop. He's been on twice, doubled and walked, and he has an RBI. Sweeping curve in there for a strike. So Bone was cruising along, Jay, and now 2 straight hits.
Yeah, yep. I mean, I'm very impressed with the way the Smyrna bats. They can really hit the ball, and like you said, they seem to have a good eye at the plate. They're not swinging at bad pitches.
And they take there for a ball. It's 1-1. Yeah. They're hitting the ball where it's pitched.
Yep.
Yep. If it's on the outside part of the plate, they're going the
that
opposite way with it. Yep.
I heard you say that earlier. We kind of wish the Phillies would do that.
Yeah, and there's a few players that come to mind. I'm not going to name them again. Another one to the right side. They're going to get the run home. It will. Warby Potts makes the catch, retires Ridgway, but Ridgway will get a ribby there. And Smyrna now up 10-0. Strauss moves up to third base, and it brings up Matt Passero, designated hitter, and he's 2 for 2 with a double and a single and a couple RBIs. Curveball missed down low. 1-0. If you're wondering who the Buccaneers will have coming up at the top of the 5th, it'd be the bottom of the order. Swing and a miss. Scheduled to bat. Miguel Herb, the catcher. Jack Bujanowski, the right fielder. And Matt Rice, the third baseman. They are scheduled 1, 2, 3 in the top of the 5th. Just missed with that. Oh, no, he got that. So a ball and 2 strikes on Passero. That was a really good pitch there that time by Bone.
Yeah, it was.
He's ready to deliver. Right through the box, out there, and another run for Smyrna. It's 11-0. Third hit of the day for Passero. And, Jay, he's in the 8-hole.
Yeah. 11 hits, Glenn. That's pretty impressive.
Very impressive. I'll tell you, this does not look like a 3-6 team.
No, it definitely doesn't.
Here comes Liam Conway, the freshman right fielder. He has an RBI. He scored a run. Officially 0 for 2. Hits that up in the air. Is it going to get over the second baseman's head? It does. There's his first hit of the game. Going to be a play at third, and sliding in safely is Passero. That's one of those bleeding heart hits.
Yeah.
Yet another hit. 12 hits now. Hits for the Smyrna Eagles. Top of the order now, Dylan Oakley. He is 1 for 3, has scored a run. Hey, you get a team like this in Smyrna that, again, has played a tough schedule. There's some really good competitive teams downstate in their division. This will really lift their confidence level.
Yeah, it is. You know, they got Sally's coming up too. You know, the key with Smyrna is, and baseball, you have to have a 500 record to be in the
Right.
postseason. They got to find a way to get the 9 wins. But if they do, Glenn, they have a lot of bonus points.
Shot out to center field and positioned nicely out there was Christian Kennard to retire, the final Smyrna batter. So we are through 4 innings. We're going to the top of the 5th. Smyrna 11, Caravel nothing. Back after this.
Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experienced physical therapists with advanced credentials, but their hospitality, passion, and enthusiasm is what makes the difference for you. Find our convenient locations at premierptsp.com.
You may have tried physical therapy.
But have you tried Premier? Welcome to Premier Physical Therapy and Sports Performance. We're a locally owned outpatient physical therapy practice with convenient locations in all 3 counties in Delaware. At Premier, we have experience.
All right, here we go. Top of the 5th inning here from Frawley Stadium. Caravel has the bottom of the order up. Starting with the catcher, Miguel Herb. Donahue, we unofficially have his pitch count under 60, and he misses with the first pitch. It's ball 1. Donahue, ready? And that misses a little high and outside. So a 2-0 count to the catcher, Herb. With Jack Bujanowski on deck. Herb has a single. And there's a shot into the gap left center, and it tailed right towards the left fielder who made the catch on his knees. Good catch by Jake Tiberi. Well, he can throw the football. He can catch a baseball.
Yeah, I was gonna say he can throw the football. He can also make a nice diving catch on the baseball field.
Now it was tailing his way, but
Yes,
he
yep,
did a
absolutely.
good job to track that down, Jay. Brings up Jack Bujanowski. He flied out to center field, and his only at bat in the game. That misses high, ball 1. Matt Rice, the third baseman, on deck. Terrific defensive player. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss. Fooled him on a pitch that just curved right out of the zone. 1-1 count to Bujanowski. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. That missed low. Bounces up there. 2 balls and a strike. Donahue throwing a 2-hitter, Jay.
Yeah, you know, he's been very impressive. Like you said, he's kept that pitch count to a minimum. You know, I think both these teams are playing again Saturday, so.
That's going to be foul and out of play down the right side. Brings the count even up at 2-2. I think we mentioned Caravel. Yeah, Caravel plays Saturday at St. Mark's. with that 5-2-1 record coming in here tonight. Curveball hit right to the shortstop. Ooh, tough hop, gathers it up, is not going to have a play. And there is a one-out base runner here for Caravel. Brings up Matt Rice, a third baseman. Flied out to right field, his only at bat. And that is the first error of the ball game, I do believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
So Bujanowski down at first. Donahue trying to get out of this without giving up a run. He's got a 2-hit shutout going. Good curveball right there. Really fooled Rice, froze him. No balls and a strike down at first base. Bujanowski. Donahue gives him a look over his shoulder. Delivers to the plate. Another curveball that missed.
Well, cold in that camera booth in there, Glenn.
Oh, yeah, got the window open. So now we flip-flopped again. We got Mike Lang back on color.
Nick's grabbing some dinner.
Our cameraman is, he was the pondering. He was the thinker.
Now he's the eater.
Okay. Misses outside, 2 balls and a strike. Now, if Rice can get on, it'll bring the top of the order around and Zane Bone. Bujanowski gets his lead. Donahue checks him. Looks outside again.
Good pitch. I thought he had him.
I did too.
Oh, it was only second. Would have been the second strike, but
no call from the umpire, so 3-1 count.
Here's what I think about the umpires tonight. I haven't really thought about them.
No.
They've done a great job.
Yeah. Only complaint we had was on a third strike. You got to give us a signal. Fouled away. Count goes full on Rice.
Yep.
As we see a lot of thick, dark clouds now starting to cover Frawley Stadium. I'm a jack of all trades and a master of none. Full count pitch. Oh, now we got a batter wants time. Rice steps out.
Can't imagine he'll send the runner here, but
no, I wouldn't.
Down 11 runs, but you never know. No, he's not going.
Hit down the right field line.
But look at our outfielder playing right there.
Makes the play in
got
foul
it.
territory.
I don't think our camera could even catch that one.
Yeah, Liam Conway makes the play out there, the freshman, and 2 outs.
That was a great play. In fact, he was out of my sight, but we saw the umpire make the signal, and I heard the Smyrna fans react. That's a great – he's playing over that way, Glenn, but a great run and catch out in right field.
The kid's played well. He's
is that Oakley still out there? Oh, I'm sorry, Liam Conway.
Yeah, the freshman. He's played a nice right field.
He has, and he's had a good night at the plate, too.
All right, here's Bone. He's 1 for 2. Is one of the 2 Caravel hits. Takes outside for a ball.
This I know Smyrna is better than their record. I wouldn't have seen 11-0 coming at all.
Me either.
But those bats were on fire tonight.
Here's Donahue's delivery. There's a ground ball handled by second, flipped to short, and that is the ball game. A 5-inning run rule win for the Smyrna Eagles, 11-0, a 2-hit shutout by the pitcher Nate Donahue.
He was outstanding. I think he mixed speeds well, throwing the fastball, primarily fastball, curveball. Got a lot of first strikes on people. Pitched primarily lower on the lower half of the plate, and Caravel just couldn't get those bats going. Offensively, Smyrna was just everything was hit hard and deep. It seemed like, and no cheapies for the Eagles tonight. They deserve this win.
If we go down Smyrna's lineup, Mike, Dylan Oakley had a single. James Tassoni, the catcher, had a double. No hits for Pritchett. He was probably one of the few. Tiberi had 2 hits, a double and a single. The home run by Nolan Oakley, plus he had a single. A double out of Hunter Strauss and 2 walks. A double and a walk by Trevor Ridgway. Passero goes 3 for 3. He singled twice and doubled. And then the last batter in the lineup, Liam Conway, got a single. So all but one player in the starting lineup gets a hit for Smyrna.
Yeah, he'll be buying the pizza on the way home. The one who didn't get the hit. That's a great trip up for Smyrna to come up and Caravel, one of the in our top 10, obviously.
Yeah.
This is one of the better, historically, one of the better programs, and always have a strong team. And again, they're a strong team this year, but tonight just wasn't their night. This was Smyrna all night tonight.
A lot of credit to go around for Smyrna offensively, but if we had to pick a player of the game, I think you got to give it to that pitcher.
Yeah, the complete game. You said he was probably around 70, 72 pitches, maybe.
Right.
Donahue, outstanding job tonight. Complete game. Never really in trouble. 1 inning. Caravel had a couple of runners on. Got out of that like it was no problem, and an unbelievable job by Coach Clemens and the Eagles. This is a well-earned win for Smyrna, and let's see if it carries over, Glenn.
Right.
Like Jason mentioned, got to be 500 in baseball, but at this point, you just tell teams, just play the next game on your schedule. You can't win 5 games at once. You just got to win one at a time. And who do they have next? Did you say that?
Is it Slazy-Annam next?
We'll find that out for you. Don't really take a second
while
here.
You're talking about, excuse me, talking about that, yeah, Nate Donahue, our player of the game, throws a 2-hit shutout, only allows 1 base runner to get to third base.
Caravel is at St. Mark's Saturday at 1.
Right.
That's our stall right there.
Yeah.
And how about Saturday at 1, Smyrna against Conrad at Ritchie Elementary.
Hey.
That should be a good one. Conrad coming on, playing much better lately with a win over St. Mark's, and that's a good team. There are a lot of good games coming up in the next few days.
And I think that Conrad game is it's like the fight for cancer. Or
Conrad,
like
go for the goal. Kids versus cancer.
Yes, kids versus cancer
Awesome.
game. Yeah.
Great.
So, all right, great job by the crew tonight, and a surprising, easy win for the Smyrna Eagles as they bang out 12 hits, score 11 runs, and they win in 5, 11-0. Our thanks to both head coaches and all the staff here at Frawley Stadium. For Nick Halliday, Jason Winchell, Mike Lang, I'm Glenn Frazier saying so long from Frawley Stadium. Once again, the final score, Smyrna 11 and Caravel 0 on Delaware Live, powered by 302 Sports.